How y'all doing tonight?
Fuck the Bills and
Fuck
fuck
Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady.
Don't say fuck the Bills. You're only still feeling salty because of last weekend.
I need to have a fucking safety meeting. Time to get safe, bitches.
I
Yo, before we get started, we usually do this at the end, but I think we should start doing it at the beginning. You can follow us both on TikTok. Safety meeting on TikTok. This right here is Big Nugget 69er. Go follow us. Put up some funny, some informational content. Come check us out.
Damn.
And if you happen to only be here because of TikTok, leave us a comment down below. Let us know.
Saying, hey guys, I saw y'all on TikTok. Man, y'all are weird. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
that. A little bit weird, I know. That's okay though. Life's too short to be fucking normal. Be weird as possible.
So, Pat, you ever sat there and looked at all these fucking mass shootings that happened, all the way down from Columbine to the Vegas shooting, Parkland, you know, the James Holmes and the Batman Theater shooting, Sandy Hook? They all seem, in one way or another, to be faked. Maybe not the actual event was fake. I'm not saying that people didn't die, but I'm saying that there was government intervention in the way that the workings of these events.
What do you mean? Like, okay, so I'm aware of said events, okay, but I don't really spend a whole lot of research looking into it. So if you could elaborate,
All right, so let's take the first one. Let's take Columbine. That's the earliest one, right? Those
that happened
boys.
when I was in school. I was in
Yep.
like eighth grade.
I think you're a little bit older than that. Because I was at least in fifth or sixth grade. And you're 4 years older than me. So you might have been just about high school, maybe a freshman.
Eighth grade. But anyways, getting off subject.
But all right, so you look at those boys and you talk to people and they didn't really think that they would be the one. Like, yeah, they were outcast and they were considered goth in the 90s and shit like that. But when it all came down to it, no one thought that they would do that. I'm not saying that, you can always tell, but. And then you look at where they lived. About 15 minutes away from Columbine, there's Aurora. And in Aurora and in Colorado and in Denver and all that shit, there's a bunch of military bases to where they do a bunch of neurological experiments.
Dumbs.
Exactly.
Called Dumbs. DUMBS, Deep Underground Military Base.
So
Sorry.
what if these boys were a fall of something like MK Ultra? Some type of mind control, which we all know is documented. They really did this shit, people. They really did MK Ultra. Just like with James Holmes. I believe James Holmes was under MK Ultra mind trance.
So for anybody at home doesn't know what Joe is talking about, so MK Ultra is basically programming you subliminally through your television screen. So it's a series of flicks and flashes with some words, with some whatever. And because they studied the human psyche, they know that the human brain responds to specific colors, color patterns, and so on and so forth. So they just used a screen to get people to do things, and they don't even know that they're doing it until after it's done with. So continue.
So, I mean, I can't really prove it with them, but to me, it just seems like these boys, maybe, maybe they tested high enough in certain categories, and the CIA or something like that came to their high school and they were recruiting kids, because they do that. People, they do recruit your high school children to come to the CIA and become an agent. Go to school and get a degree in neuroscience and then come work for us, just like they did with James Holmes. Why do you think he decided to stay in Colorado and not go to Illinois for $20,000 more?
Right.
Like shit, James Holmes, when he entered that building, everyone, and even afterwards, when he was in court for days afterwards, he was in a trance. And supposedly still to this day, he does not remember the shooting. Like, if that doesn't tell you
Okay.
that someone had control of him,
So okay, so say these people uh, are under some sort of hypnosis or mind control for such these things. Um, what would be, I guess, the motive to send some people in just to shoot up random people?
cause fear and chaos to take your guns. And not a way to take them as in me forcefully doing it, but in a way as to where you give them to me.
Right. Because in the movie theater, James Holmes, what he had on him was an AR-15, a shotgun, and a Glock 9.
Nope, the AR-15 was actually in the trunk of the car. Sorry, my phone accidentally turned on TikTok.
I don't know. It was like, what just happened?
It it really wanted us to watch TikTok. I think we should watch it. No, but no, I'm sorry. The AK-47 was actually in the trunk of the car and not ever once used.
It wasn't an AR-15.
Yeah, it was.
You just said AK-47.
Whatever the fuck it was. To me, they're basically the same gun.
See, I think, okay, no, this is just my thought. And all these, there's a lot of different these things that AR-15 has been used. I think there's maybe that's the psyche. That's the thing. They want to target the ARs because so many people have them, and they're more powerful than your basic hunting rifle. You feel me? They're lightweight. They're accurate as fuck. They're basically a long rifle that can easily be collapsed, broke down, and maintained. Simple yet effective rifle. And they don't. They feel that maybe the citizens of the United States or shouldn't have some said guns. But
I feel like you shouldn't have guns. Yeah. I mean, I
guns,
think I'm perfectly fine to have a gun, but I don't think you should have one.
we should all have a gun. Every one of us. Every single one of us. We should all have guns. Because what's good is for the goose is good for the gander. Y'all have guns, we should have guns. Why? Look at all these other places around the world that don't have guns. See where they're at. France, fucking Canada.
Fucking Canada.
Just saying.
And those are all the places that are losing their rights right now, man.
Australia.
There's another one. France, right? They had that shooting just a couple years ago, and then they came and took everyone's guns right afterwards.
West Africa.
I
It's all over the place, folks. Not just here. So it's like, okay, like think about it. Okay, remember that nightclub out in Orlando that got shot up? It was
Pulse nightclub.
yeah, the gay nightclub. Shooter had an AR. What if that's it? What if it's a really cruel and disturbing way as an angle of why we need to have stricter gun control laws?
That's exactly what it is. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to take our guns. That's why they create all of these false flag events. Shit, look at the Vegas shooting, right? You look at the video footage from the Vegas shooting, you can clearly see that they're shooting from different windows, from at least 3 different windows, easily.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm not saying that murderers and killers don't exist. we live in a world that's full of evil. But I don't know, man. Life's not a video game. You don't get points for shooting people.
That is very true.
Just saying.
Yo, I watched this show one time, and this is off topic. It was this British show. It was called Misfits. And it's like the whole town, there was this fucking really freak fucking storm one day. And the whole town ended up getting fucking superpowers. And the one guy's superpower is that he got stuck in this fucking video game. So for him, every time he killed somebody, he did get points.
Weird. I like how they kind of did that in that Jumanji movie. How they made it, even though it was a game and it was a movie and it was all special effects, where they put their lives on their forearm. So every time they died, they only had 3 lives.
Yeah. I think that's how it's going to be in the future. We all get a certain amount of fuck ups, and then they're just going to kill us off. You are deemed unworthy. Do you think that's how the Chinese social score really works? When your score gets low enough, they just fucking kill you.
Well, you don't have access to anything. Basic amenities are broke down if you don't score high enough.
I mean, that's what they tell us. What if the real thing is if you get a low enough score, we just fucking kill you?
I don't know, man. Canada. It sounds like Canada is getting ready to make that deal. Try that out.
I think a lot of places are. Man. I think America's headed that way too. You know, it was actually a Black Mirror episode. People could rate you just by looking at you on the street corner. Little interactions with you and everything like that. Could you imagine bumping into somebody and they're fucking pissed off that day, so they give you a 0 rating?
Would not recommend. Service was crap. The food was cold.
The Karens really would rule the world in a world like that.
0 out of 5 stars. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I don't know who's watching us on this TikTok live, but thank you. You've been a consistent one viewer this whole time. That's what's up. Pat appreciates you.
What's up, yo? How y'all doing? Y'all feeling safe yet?
Mm.
No, I
So
was
how
talking to you, Joe. I was talking to you and the lady on the wall. You feeling safe yet?
how do you feel about the James Holmes situation? I told you a little bit how I feel. How do you feel?
Well, if you just look at quick clip notes of the whole thing, you just you only get the story that they tell you about what happened. I have a hard time trying to, I guess, wrap my brain around, you know, killing somebody. Even if it was in a hypothetical scenario. Like I just not that guy. But if it seems like the guy knew what he was doing, but did almost as if he didn't have control over what his actions were. I mean, shit. I wasn't there, but I don't know. Unless you're being told to do it, I just don't see how as a human you would just go anywhere and shoot anybody for absolutely no reason. It just seems stupid. Like you have no you're only doing that if you're ready to die. If you're ready to die, that's your way of going out in this world. You're gonna take people with you, I would say. But
But
like,
see, if that was the case, and if he was only going to do this to get because he was ready to die, why didn't he come out that building shooting at the police? Why did you armor up like that? There's no reason to have fully out body armor, including a helmet, to where they can't even shoot you in your neck if
right.
you planning on living. If you're not planning on living,
But he walked right out the door that he walked in, and he walked straight to his car.
and sat there and waited for the cops, and then when the cops got down, just gave up and then looked at the cops and said, my house is all decked out with bombs. Like, that man wasn't trying to die.
I don't know, man. Either way, he earned his place in hell because whether it was by his own control or not, he's still responsible. So if you have no justification for having to take another man's life or a woman's life, anybody's life, then yeah, you deserve everything you got. Should have died, but that's the easy way out. Maybe that's why he still exists to this day. Because if it was anybody else, if you think about it, in any other scenario, if anybody else would have shot a place up and then walked right out the way they came in and went straight to their vehicle without resistance, I mean, you get fucking shot up regardless. Doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your mask does, whatever, none of that matters. You just got done shooting everybody up. They know it's you. They identify you, and they like. You feel me? It's just weird.
So you're telling me that you don't feel like he was under any type of mind control or coerced to do this in any type of way, that he did this on his own free will.
Well, excuse me. Well, it was either his by his own free will or
I'm asking you for your opinion,
my opinion.
not what it could be. What do you think it is? What does your gut tell you when you see all this information?
What did this guy do in his life prior to that moment?
He studied neuroscience. He was a neuroscientist.
So if you're a neuroscientist, you've obviously worked hard to get that job title.
And that is the only thing you can find out from what he studied. They will not give you any of his class records. They won't tell you if he was in any projects, nothing.
I don't know, dude. I guess I don't
So,
really have I guess I really don't have an opinion because it's just one of those things I can't wrap my brain around. I can't understand it. None of those things make sense. None of these scenarios make sense other than, you know, notches at the tree trying to make it fall.
all right. So, how do you feel about crisis actors?
Learned a lot about a lot of different ones as of late. Well, I mean, for a while now, but more so as of late. I think, I think, I mean, there's that saying, how's it go? Sold my soul to the devil and the price is cheap.
So you're gonna tell me that this is not the same person, and that she just randomly happened to be at 3 horrible events as the crying girl?
What about what about homeboy? Remember on the 6th, dude with the Viking helmet on and the face paint.
Yeah, there's him too.
I seen him again in a different video.
There was another one too I seen earlier. I wanted to show. I can't find it now. It's how you know it's real.
So, crisis actors. Remember, folks, we've said this a long time. This is just a big show. Everything's a show. We, there's only so much that we can do except sit back, learn, and observe.
This is very true.
And a lot of I would like I honestly believe the whole world is now observed. They've learned, and well, hell, I mean, I woke up this morning to find out that as of midnight or yesterday, fucking White House is red. So there's that.
Wait, it's red,
Yeah, it's
as in
red.
like it's painted red.
It's lit up red,
What does that mean?
like Red October.
Oh,
Whatever that means. What do you think that? What would you? Okay, just hearing that. Okay, what is it? What's firing off in your you hearing that from me?
that is the dumbest thing I've heard today.
Yeah,
Nothing. It doesn't send off any warning signals in my head or anything. The White House being red.
just weird. Turned
It's-
red on midnight on October 1st.
Maybe they're just trying to give the Redskins some luck, man.
They need it. I mean, they really got hurt last week.
Bro, it's to the point that I've been contemplating all week if I want to watch football for the rest of the year.
Bro, and Heineke didn't have a chance. I'm just saying. And when he did have a chance, his fucking receivers wouldn't catch. Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
You
You know
know,
how many times I've
all
seen a
right.
ball perfectly placed in somebody's fucking hand and they drop it? Bro,
the first thing that, in my opinion, that absolutely killed the offense right off the gate, first drive, McLaurin and JD McKenzie are running a cross route across the middle of the field, and we hit McLaurin for like a fucking 30-yard gain. And then they called it back because you had McKenzie's defender on the side of him running along with him. Then you had McLaurin's defender trailing McLaurin. And then you had Edmonds in the middle of the field just fucking standing there like a fucking moron. Right? Now, you're supposed to, now with the way the rules are in the game now, the way offense is played, you're supposed to let the receiver run the route. So, in all honesty, Edmonds is the one that caused the pass interference because he wrapped his arms around McKenzie and didn't let McKenzie go anywhere. But we got the pass interference. That's number one. And then number two, motherfuckers, you know what it is. Stephon Diggs sat there, pushed that boy to the ground, and then turned the wrong way for the ball and gave you guys the call. How is it pass interference on us when he's on the ground? And then you play it back and he's clearly pushed him. And then they held Deonathan Payne and Jonathan Allen the entire fucking game. Bro, at one point, your guard and your center were standing on the side of Jonathan Allen, hugging him. How is that not holding? Not one call. So yeah, when you're down 21-0, you already know the game's over. And it's not hard to be down 21-0 when every time you do something positive, the fucking referees are fucking you over. The Stephon Diggs one was bullshit, and you know it.
you feel better now?
No, I don't actually.
Because all I hear is a bunch of excuses.
How is any of those excuses? Those are all legitimate things, and you know it.
Dude, because it's football. There's holding on every down.
That's why I left the holding one for last. But bro, some of those were egregious, bro. They legitimately tackled these dudes at one point. You had two people holding them and then another person clipping their fucking ankles. Which since we're gonna go there, fucking Chase Young, where are you at, bro? You got 3 dudes on one guy making sure he don't get nowhere, and you're over there fucking running past the quarterback. Every fucking play, you run past him.
No, he wasn't ready.
Like, you're supposed to be some fucking once of a generation type player. You're like, you're the next Lawrence Taylor. Where the fuck you at, bro?
Right.
Then you got the coach, defensive coordinator there, Jack Del Rio. You have a defense that is set up to play man defense. And you're just gonna sit there and play a soft zone every play. You're not gonna blitz, nothing. We're not getting any pressure, but we're just gonna continue to play a soft zone. You play zone to create pressure on its own. Yeah, these motherfuckers ain't beating nobody.
I feel like it was a good pickup for us in the offseason to get Emmanuel Sanders. He's a good addition. He's a nice because everybody's still worried about Diggs. That's why Beasley had him a game against Washington because, bro, everybody was worried about Diggs, and then
Listen, he's a former, he was a rookie.
Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley came from the Cowboys. He's always killed us. He's always had a good game against us. Every game against us is a good game for him.
He's just a beast. I call him Magic Man. Because like if you need 8 yards on third down, he will get it for you every fucking time.
You already know this. You can't play defense and think at the same time. You got these boys out here trying to think instead of just playing. Just let them play, man. They're all more comfortable playing fucking man-to-man press defense. Let them play. Stop putting people in bad positions because that's what you want to do. Great leaders mold to the team that they have, not mold the team that they want.
I've never been a Rivera fan.
It's not Rivera that I don't like. It's fucking Jack Del Rio.
Yeah. That guy's had a lot of jobs.
A lot.
Look, bro, I'm just going to say that this needs to happen, right? So, my personal opinion from watching this past weekend's game.
See, that's the thing. You can't judge us off that game. Because you're literally judging us off our worst moment at that point.
Well, hear me out though. I think they need to maybe start Fitzpatrick for a game.
Fitzpatrick is hurt, bro. It's the only reason why Fitzpatrick isn't playing. Fitzpatrick started the game. He was playing decent, and then fucking dude fell on his hip and broke his hip. It's not like Heineke's playing because we feel like he's going to be the next great thing. Just who we got.
He could be if he just stopped running.
He was running because he had no choice.
Right. He was on his ass.
Like right from the gate, they came at him. There's not like I don't know. You could see it as soon as he threw that first interception, he was just mentally out of it a little bit.
That Bills Mafia crowd, man. It's wild up in Buffalo.
I don't think it was the crowd, bro.
Bro, the crowd plays a huge factor.
I don't really think it does. Because these teams, because if that was the case, then last year you would have seen a bunch of these teams that, Seattle, for example, who always plays good in Seattle, you would have seen them have a horrible fucking season playing in Seattle because there was no fans. You didn't see that though. They still played good in Seattle. I think the fans play a very minimal part to it. Fans are just for the TV aspect.
The illusion.
I mean, you guys were about to move to Texas anyway, so
I'm not gonna move.
you guys are going to Texas.
We're playing the Texans tomorrow, though.
Yeah, you guys are going to move to Texas too. You guys are going to San Antonio.
Nah. I'm gonna say
You guys are going to be the San Antonio Spurs.
if that ever does happen, though. I'm not saying it's gonna, but if it ever does, Probably won't be a Bucks fan anymore.
I ain't gonna lie to you, depending on what name they pick up, I won't be a Redskins fan. If they pick like, Washington Hogs, I'm down for that. Washington Red Wolves, I'm down for that. If they go back to the Redskins, I'm definitely down for that. Anything outside of that, I probably won't be a fan no more. In my opinion, if you're not gonna pick one of those three things, just to keep it at Washington football team. It's unique. You're the only team that doesn't have a logo and just throws their numbers on the helmets like old school days. Just about football. Now, if you could win, you could make that a brand.
Oh yeah.
Who'd be perfect for that? Bill Belichick. He's got that perfect, like, no brand, just about football mentality.
So they're gonna listen to our podcast and then like, bro, maybe Belichick should go try to see about going to Washington.
I mean, I would love a job on the Washington Redskins team. Doing anything, almost anything. I don't want to be a ball boy. I don't want anyone to never come at me and be like, hey, he's the ball boy for the Washington Redskins. Well, fuck you. I don't play with balls for a living, bitch.
I mean, shit. I'd be a water boy.
I'll be a
You
water
want,
boy,
you
but
want
I want to
towel?
be a ball
You want
boy.
towel? I'll get you a towel. You want a towel? I'll get you a towel.
I don't want to be a ball boy though. I don't want anybody
You
to
want
be
me
like,
to
yo,
keep
look at the
stats?
ball boy over there.
I can keep stats. Just saying.
Fucking horrible.
So, fuck.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about too. It's okay.
Something happened, and then we started talking about some football, and then you know,
And then I'm
shout out
sitting over
to
here wondering, like, are these working? Are
shout
they
out to
not
our
working?
boy, shout out to our boy DJ. What you said? China.
I think I might
Sorry,
just need
man.
to take more. That's
He's
not.
like
Oh, yeah.
because I've seen him do it so many times. Like anytime I hear the word China, I feel like I have to do that. I have to throw my arm up and yell and point at the sky. I don't know why, but it's funny. I probably just scared some people in my neighborhood. They're like, "Yo, what was that, man? Guy screaming and shit." You know,
Exactly. Don't let them take your guns, people. If they take your guns, and then they're definitely going to take your freedom. It's the only reason why we're not like the rest of the world. Don't let them take your fucking guns. Wake the fuck up. See what is before you.
bro. Oh my god, dude. So check this out. Oh man, it took me quite a minute to run upstairs and get it right. So we got this thing in the mail today, and it was basically a book about the end of the world.
I'm a little jealous.
It's basically their visual explanation of the book of Revelation.
Who is they?
I don't know. If you want to talk to everybody for a few minutes, I'll go run upstairs and get it and bring it back.
I don't know what the fuck I would talk about, bro.
I don't know. You always got something to say.
I really don't though. I was about to be like, yo, you feeling safe yet? And then you were like, yo, check this out. I'm like, all right, yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a sign. I feel like I need to share it.
I feel like you can share it.
I feel like I need to share it.
All right.
Here's a crazy story though. You're gonna love this. So yesterday, well, it wasn't yesterday. The day before yesterday, no, I told you before, Joe. Uh, I pray every day, not because I have to, because I want to. So I'm praying. I'm driving home, talking to God. I'm having a conversation. Because when I talk to God, I talk to him as if he's a person or somebody that no matter what the tone of my voice is, always hears me. And I said, basically, I wish there was a way that you could talk back, but I know it's impossible. But one day we'll cross paths. So today in the mail, I get this book.
The final events. Dun dun dun. Of the
And in
Bible.
this
Well, I
book,
wasn't finished reading it. I'm sorry, I was being a dick. Of Bible prophecy. What the Bible really says about the rapture, the millennium, the second coming, and more. There's nothing
okay,
else on the page. I can't read it anymore.
it's not addressed to me, but it's addressed. But anyways, so this book it breaks down introduction. I don't know if we can see the table of contents.
Come a
Okay,
little
so we
closer.
have introduction. We got event one, the final signs. Event two, a world polarized. Event three, probation closes. Event four, the king returns. Event five, millennium. Event six, the end of sin. Event seven, new earth. With like a small questionnaire on some different pages. And there's a bunch of really, we're talking like for real people. This, I've never received anything like this in my life from anywhere. There was no Jehovah's Witness. I was outside all day working on my car. I didn't see nobody pull up, just the mailman. So it's just fucking weird. Kind of blew my mind a little bit. In case you haven't get one. Straight up, this was just gifted in my mailbox today. It's a little book, 32 pages. Where are we in the timeline in reference to the book of Revelations, so on and so forth? Like almost as like things to look for, so to speak. A preview for the new narrative.
It kind of sounds like you had a Jehovah Witness that stopped by your house.
I don't know. Either way, it was fucking weird. And it was really cool at the same time. Any of y'all had one of those books dropped off yet? Just wondering. It says it came from California. From amazingfacts.org. Blank, 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 Roseville, California. They have other books. The Day of the Lord. We have Daniel and Revelation. The Afterlife Mystery. Decoding Death, Hell, and Eternal Life. Get yours now. Your local mailbox.
Fuck
Really
Josh
good.
Allen. Still
Sounds
think he's
great.
over. I still feel like Josh Allen's a little overrated.
I think
This is not me being a hater, bro.
you're being a hater.
No,
I've
no,
never no, I don't believe you.
no. This is not me being a hater. I still feel like he's a little bit overrated. Maybe it's not Josh Allen. Maybe it's the rest of the team around him. I feel like it's overrated. So maybe Josh Allen is what's making them better. I don't really know. I don't think I've watched enough of the Bills games.
I have.
But with that said, I do believe that a lot of what he is now is only because of Stephon Diggs.
No, no, dude, this guy's a stud for real.
Only reason why I say that is because they do with Stephon Diggs the same thing that Washington does with Terry McLaurin. Anytime they don't know where to go, that's where they throw it. That's why Heineke got so many interceptions. Look at all three of those interceptions. Most of them were going to Terry McLaurin. He didn't know where to go, so I'm just going to force it to Terry. Terry's got the best chance to make a play.
But our defense is nasty. Just say.
I'm not going to say your defense isn't nice because your guys' defense is nice, but I really think, like, honestly, like that was literally our worst game. That isn't the Washington offense that comes to play every week.
So we'll rematch.
The only one that really showed up somewhat was Gibson.
You heard?
Huh?
So rematch in the Super Bowl.
If that was a rematch from the Super Bowl, you guys would have definitely lost.
Oh, I said so it'll be a rematch for the Super Bowl.
Oh, gotcha.
This is the moment that turned Washington seasons around. They got embarrassed, and now they bounced back and took the NFC by storm.
See, I've kind of been thinking that one too. That's the only reason why I've been on the fence this week about watching football.
Everybody talks shit about Buffalo in week 1 because they lost to Pittsburgh. They're like, oh man, they lost the home opener and blah blah blah. It's like, bro, it's fucking week 1, man.
Because really, that's what Washington needed. They needed a game. They needed to be humbled. Because everyone since the offseason says, oh man, they got the best defense. Like the way they've been talking, bro, we were gonna have the best defense of all time this year. So that's why I was so confident Washington's going to the Super Bowl. Shit, it doesn't matter who's quarterback. They're gonna be like Trent Dilfer. Didn't matter who was quarterback for that 2000 Ravens team. The Ravens were going to Super Bowl that year. Ray Lewis made sure of it. That defense made sure of it. Shit, Jamal Lewis, bro. He rushed for fucking 2,000 yards that season. Or it was the season afterwards. It was a beast. Not too many people even know who he was.
True. True.
So, are you feeling safe yet?
Always.
We weren't going to do this, but are you feeling safe yet?
You just asked me. I mean, I got to fucking answer you.
I broke the fourth wall. I broke the fourth wall for a second.
Yeah. See?
Well, because I know that you've been wanting to do it the whole time, so I did it so that way I look cheesy.
It's okay. We hope you guys had fun this evening. I don't know. I mean,
see, I did it so that you didn't have to do it, and then you went and did it.
mm-hmm.
Yep. See, fucking dick. Broke your own rule. Can't even keep your rules to yourself. Yo, the kids got to go trick or treating today. We had there was a little Halloween party out at my sister's campsite. It was pretty dope, man. The woman had bought a bunch of them big ass bounce slides, and she pretty much bought out like a spirit store. Made the kids a little haunted tent, we'll call it, because it wasn't a house. It was actually pretty dope. They came home with a bucket full of candy. Like, yeah.
It's only the second, man.
I know. I told them, I'm like, yo, you guys think about it like this. You guys get
Slow down.
you guys get 2 Halloweens this year. Shit, with the way everything's going, we might not get any. It might be your only one.
Just slow down. We went from fucking Halloween decorations to 2 days of Thanksgiving decorations. Now we got fucking Christmas decorations out, and it's only October 2nd.
Yo, you know what I think is a telling sign? Walmart is doing layaway this year. They always do layaway for Christmas. Just for Christmas. That's like they do layaways just for Christmas. And now they're not doing it anymore. I think that's a telling sign.
I mean, I've never done a layaway.
Then you got all those cargo ships that can't unload in America, just sitting outside America, docked in the fucking ocean.
Yeah. Why? There's a lot to speculate there. What's really on those ships?
Mm, I can't get into what I really want to say because if I say it, they're going to take the episode down.
Right.
Which brings me to this point. Why the fuck you censoring me, YouTube? This isn't China. We're not a communist country. Freedom of speech is still a fucking thing in America. But therefore, if I talk about a certain thing, you guys are going to take the episode down? What kind of bullshit is that? Medical information and misinformation.
Everybody's got something to say.
But if I'm an athlete and I'm talking about this thing, it's not medical information as long as I'm agreeing with you, right? Come on now. Dude graduated high school, but he's got the qualifications to understand what he's looking at. Fuck out of here.
Bro, this is a fact. This is a fact. Everybody wants to, if they thought about it. Everything we've covered since the beginning of safety meeting has literally been playing out. Everything. Like every single subject. And the weird part is,
Oh,
it was really easy. Makes you wonder. Maybe we've been programmed too. Bum bum bum. Hey, what's the skeleton's favorite snack?
he's nuts. No, I was confident in that answer too.
Rib.
I like mine better.
No.
Yo, did you like dragons when you grew up?
Dude, stop it. You're immature.
Answer the question, Patrick.
Dragging these nuts on your chin. Shut up. Fuck outta here.
You've already told everyone on here that you would bang a dude.
No, I did.
Yes, you did. It was totally in a podcast. You said that you would kill Biden, bang Putin, and marry Trump.
Right. But then you play it dirty. You never answered the question either.
No, I did
Which is
answer
still
the
a-
question.
Which is
I
still
told you I would theoretically fuck and kill all of them by shooting them with the one mythical bullet that we had. Line them up all temple to temple and then shoot them all shoot them all through the temple. Boom, all of them dead.
wow. That kind of sounds like a hate speech.
Fuck. They might take that down. Good thing I have an editing machine called a computer.
Hypothetically,
Hypothetically speaking, if I had to sleep with any animal, I could choose any animal. It's gonna have to be a porcupine.
yeah.
It just feels right. Now it's your turn.
Porcupine.
No. What animal would you bang if you could bang any animal?
I'm saying you said porcupine.
Yes, porcupine.
Mountain goat.
Nice.
Because, fun fact, mountain goats are actually scared of heights. So what you do is you get you a pair of them long boots, right? the ones that go up, the shit kickers that go up past your knees, and you bring the mountain goat and you put them up next to an edge or something real high, like a cliff, and you put the back legs down in your boots, and you just nudge it, and they get scared and it pushes back, and you just stand there and it does what it needs to do.
All right. So there was a reason why I picked porcupine, because it is physically impossible for you to fuck a porcupine. All right. Not that I've thought about it, but just think about it, bro. You got all those whatever the pines.
So how do they have babies?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the porcupine and the porcupine figure out how to do it together, but I don't want to go through all that shit to figure out how to do it. And then second
But
off,
it's possible.
but hold on. You, on the other hand, have put legitimate thought into how could I fuck a mountain goat? That is by far, my friend, the whitest thing you have ever said to me. You have a plan. You know exactly what you're going to do, almost down to the point to where I think you might have done this before.
I heard
That's why Pat can never go to the petting zoo with us. He's banned for fucking one of the goats. Perfect sense.
you can do whatever you want.
Pat keeps on writing shit down. It's like he's writing obscene notes. Like
I'm writing things that I remembered. I'm not.
Joe said an obscene gesture at this moment, and at this moment,
He said something really offensive.
I need to save his life or make him change his way like he did in Billy Madison. Called that dude and apologized. And next thing you know, he's putting on lipstick and crossing his name off of a list.
Thanks for calling. What? How did that even happen? So
He noticed that when he was in high school, he was a douchebag to people. So he went back apologizing to people, making amends.
no, I wasn't even talking about that.
No, that's how it happened.
So
Do you want to watch the movie? I think it's on Netflix.
no. I tell you, I'm feeling pretty safe.
Do you want to like come over and watch Moana then? Frozen?
You want to sing Frozen songs together?
I don't know any.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never watched that movie. Carrie Ann can attest to this. She won't do it now because we're recording. But the only Disney movie I will watch with the kids is The Croods. That is it.
Prudes?
The Croods. I don't know what it is, but I think I fucking love that movie. The one with the cavemen, the cave people, I guess.
Yeah.
The second one's all right too.
I don't think I've honestly ever watched any of them.
Oh, and the one with the dragons. No homo. How to Train a Dragon. That was an all right movie.
Yeah. I could probably sing every Frozen song.
But before you do that, fuck Tom Brady. I love y'all. This has been fun. Peace out. Pat was going to leave us out with a nice acapella session of Frozen.
Be good. Be good to each other. Love y'all. Stay safe.